Good evening, everybody. I'm told that I can be heard, so I'm just going to go with that because for whatever reason, I don't have any playback in my ears. So there we go. Um,
You can hear me.
yeah. Oh, I can hear you just fine, David. Don't worry about
Okay.
that.
To make sure.
Colin should be along here pretty shortly. I sent him. Okay, so he's read the link, so he should be. Oh, I am not dealing with this lag today. Okay, so down here, South Texas, it's been windy all day, right? We got a weather front
Oh, yeah.
moving in,
Same here.
and it's been playing havoc with the internet. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Uh,
Oh.
but yeah, episode 202 is already off to a great start. So Dave, why don't you just go ahead and do the weird sport of the week?
All right. The weird spork of this week is bog snorkeling.
Okay.
Yeah. Basically, you get in a bog, you snorkel through it, you get dressed up. I'm pretty sure there's going to be ample enough alcohol for everybody.
That's what it appears.
That's just. I mean, there's a dude in a dress, so.
And there's Colin.
This is one of those sports that was probably made on a drunk bet, honestly.
Kind of like curling.
Oh yeah.
Well, awesome. Hey, bud. Sorry I sent you the link so late to get you in here.
I was getting concerned. I'm like, are we not having the show tonight?
I'm absolutely exhausted. I have had
I thought maybe like, did he like fall asleep?
no, I didn't. Yeah, so it's for those of you who don't know, I moved my mother and father-in-law in with us due to some medical reasons, and so Friday morning I got up at like 3:30. We left the house at 4:30. I got dropped off at Bush Intercontinental Airport here in Houston at about 6. Boarded a flight for Phoenix, and then took a short little 20-minute puddle jumper over to Show Low, Arizona. Drove into the White Mountains, loaded the back of a pickup truck, and then proceeded to drive east. And, we drove like 6 hours, got to Las Cruces, New Mexico, stayed the night in a really shitty hotels or Hotel 6 or Motel 6 rather. I mean, you want to talk about bare bones, no frills. I mean, I think that it used to be a Motel 6 that had frills, but the meth heads in Las Cruces probably stole everything. Yeah.
I believe it.
Got up the next morning, grabbed some gas, grabbed some McDonald's, and kept driving. And we didn't stop. I mean, we stopped to put gas in the car and stuff like that. But what time did I get home on Saturday? I got home Saturday probably about 9:30. Yeah. I was tired. I drove the entire way. Not that I'm complaining, because I mean, it's what family does for each other. But yeah, still, I think I'm still kind of recovering from it. But
It takes a while. Those long trips. I mean, when I was doing the going up to South Dakota and back, and within like close to like 22 hours,
yeah,
I was wore out for the next 2 days.
yeah. Oh, and fun fact, So the headphones that you bought, that you had sent up here,
Mhm.
they crapped out.
Really?
Yeah. So I ordered this pair for like $35 off Amazon. Yeah. So they sent me the box on Wednesday last week.
Mhm.
It was empty. So I called Amazon. It's like, what the hell? And so they sent me a replacement pair. They go, well, if the other pair just shows up, then you can return them. And I was like, yeah, they're not showing up. Well, if they fell out of the mail carrier's box, or it fell out of the box, they didn't even seal the box.
Dude, that's the same thing that happened with Candy. She had her sleeping pills.
Mm-hmm.
They sent the bag, and the bag literally said opened when received. So she didn't get her sleeping pills.
Yeah, it screams ghetto. So I noticed that Mr. Jack is not here this week.
Yeah, well, he's probably going to be a little late.
Okay, but so he is going to be here. Okay.
Well,
we can incorporate that into his nickname, Chris, the fashionably late mountain man Jacka.
No, he's picking up his girl and all kinds of stuff.
Oh, I know. It's adorable. That's what it is. So we're coming up next week is spring break for a lot of the country, including those who go to school here in Texas. So Colin will be in studio adjacent next week. Yeah, it's gonna work.
I like your tenacity of beliefs.
Hey, I'm just saying. All right, so let's see here. Baseball news. Colombia and China played in their World Baseball Classic qualifier. There was a tie today. It was between the Orioles and the Red Sox. They played to a tie. And that, you're only going to see that in spring training. And that's just because it's like, look, spring training this early in the game, we're not going to sit there and stretch our guys out for innings that don't count. So they just decided, both managers usually plan that out ahead of time, where they decide whether or not they want to play to a win or if they just want to play to a tie after 9 innings. But I was reading somewhere that there is a proposal being sent to Rob Manfred's office. Rob Manfred, or Man Clown, as we affectionately refer to him around these parts, is the de facto commissioner of Major League Baseball. Anyway, this proposal that's being sent to his office is to remove Pete Rose from the ineligible list. Here's my take on this. It should have been done in the first place. It should have been. It should have. When you invited that man to your office to talk about what he had done to discuss making him eligible for the Hall of Fame again, you should have done it then. Betting on baseball is bad. Let's not make let's make no mistake about that. Especially if you're an active player / manager. However, we have guys that did PEDs. We have guys that get DUIs. We have guys that beat their wives. They're still playing.
Well, I think it really stints up to because Trump said something about it.
Well,
a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, well, that all being set aside, for me, it's the sheer hypocrisy of it all. And by that, what I mean is that you look at every major sport in this country, we are inundated with online betting apps Sportsbet sponsors a lot of these sporting events. ESPN, the world leader in news or sports entertainment, they have a sports book. So, with sports betting being as prevalent as it is in today's culture, this should have happened already. There should be no, there should be no consideration. And the fact that, we're having this dangled in front of our face after the man died, no less.
Yeah.
It's almost kind of like an empty gesture, so to speak. And while I believe that Pete Rose belongs in the Hall of Fame, that man deserved to be able to give a speech at his induction ceremony. 100%. He owned up to what he did, and he made no mistake. He made no qualms about it. I just feel that, it's a little too too little too late if you're following me. So, but that's just a little blurb that I saw today. There's not really any mention of it on MLB's website. So, I don't know what they're doing over there at MLB.com, but I mean, y'all need to step your game up 100%. Let me see here. Is there any football news worth mentioning?
The combine was this week.
Yeah, nobody cares. Let me see here. Yeah. I mean, if we were a legitimate sports show, I could probably go in and spend about an hour breaking down the draft and breaking down this year's combine, but we're not. We're just not. We're not a legitimate sports show. We are here, rank amateurs at best. I mean, literally, there are. Let me see here. The Eagles are cutting. What is that? Bobby Slay? Here, the cornerback. He plays corner. Darius Slay. I'm sorry. The Eagles announced that they're releasing him after 5 seasons. Designating Slay a post June 1st cut would save Philly $4.3 million on a salary cap in 2025, and they must carry $13.8 million, and they must carry his $13.8 million cap figure until June. A 6-time Pro Bowler, Slay played a key role in their 2 Super Bowl championships, winning 1. Or no, well, he played. Correction, he played in 2 of their Super Bowls, winning 1. Obviously, this past one. 5 years in Philadelphia, he compiled 9 interceptions, 56 passes defended, and 272 tackles. With Quinton Mitchell and Cooper DeJean shining, especially in the Super Bowl, Slay kind of became the odd man out. So, 34-year-old said last month that he planned to play 1 more season before retiring, and he'd hope to remain in Philly and even on a reworked deal. Slay's other preference would be a return to Detroit, where he spent his first 5 seasons in the NFL. That might make sense, right? They get a 1-year deal out of him, let him retire as a Lion. He could definitely give them some depth at the cornerback position, because I think that's what part of the reason why Detroit got stymied in the playoffs the way that they did was just their injuries at defense, at defense. But the Eagles have got other high-profile defenders heading toward free agency, including defensive lineman Milton Williams, Josh Sweat, and linebacker Zach Bond. In order to keep one or more, general manager Howie Roseman must find cap space, and Slay becomes the first casualty in Philly in order to make room. Matthew Stafford got a new deal done with the Rams. Let me see here. That's going to make this coming season Matthew Stafford's 5th year in LA. Let's see here. They interviewed Sean McVay about it, the head coach. He said obviously he's going to sleep better at night knowing that deal's done. Let's see. Tuesday marks the official deadline for the NFL teams to use a tag on players whose contracts were set to expire. There are 3 tender options: 1, non-exclusive franchise tag; 2, the exclusive franchise tag; or 3, the transition tag. Now, the non-exclusive franchise tag, the most commonly used tag, when most refer to the franchise tag, they generally talk about the non-exclusive version. This is a 1-year tender of an average of the average of the top 5 salaries at the player's position over the last 5 years, or 120% of the previous salary, whichever is greater. The tagged player can negotiate with other teams, but his current team has the right to match any offer or receive 2 first-round draft picks as compensation if he signs with another club. Now, the exclusive franchise tag, unlike the non-exclusive version, the tagging team retains the sole right to negotiate with the player. The exclusivity raises the pay scale, which is the current salary versus averaging of the previous 5 years. This is a 1-year tender offer of the average of the top 5 salaries at the position for the current year, or 120% of the previous salary, obviously, whichever one is greater. Now, few players have ever received the exclusive tag. Now, generally, players for whom other teams would gladly give up 2 first-round picks received this version of the tag. No. Thank you. I was like, why is it fucking loud in here all of a sudden? Jake is standing in my door with a plate full of cookies going, you want some? No, I'm not. I'm on the air.
Thought I heard like a
What happened to the light?
like an air out noise. What?
The light has been packed because I'm in my bedroom and I'm not going to put an on-air lamp outside my bedroom door.
I mean,
That'd
it's
be really
I
funny.
mean, I understand the fun, the humor that would come with that.
That would be really funny.
Yeah, see, even Colin's with me on this one.
Like
I
you could
just
I know you could hang it up like above your door frame and this tink.
Yeah.
See, that's why God invented the door lock. However, because my wife uses this bathroom, I can't lock the door during business hours. Because otherwise I'll get the whole.
That's true.
Then she'll start knocking like she's the police. Yeah. Anyway.
Back to the free agents.
Transition tags. This is a 1-year offer for the average of the top 10 salaries at the position, as opposed to the top 5 of the franchise, or for the franchise tag. It guarantees the original club the right of first refusal to match any offer the player might receive from another club. Now, the tagging team is awarded no compensation if it chooses not to match the deal. So, yeah.
Why are they doing it this year? Or was that last year, but we didn't cover it? Because that's literally the first time I've heard of it.
No, this is something that's been going on. Like this is a thing that's been in the NFL for years. But anyway, let me see here. So T. Higgins, which is wide receiver for the Bengals, He's been marked with the franchise tag for a second consecutive season. Now he's 26 years old. He recorded a career high 10 touchdowns last year, despite appearing in just 12 games with 9 starts. He is valued at $26.2 million. Trey Smith, guard for the Kansas City Chiefs. They placed their franchise tag on him back on February 28th, which was last Friday. The Pro Bowl offensive lineman will earn $23.4 million on the tag unless a new deal is agreed to before the July 15th deadline. 26 years old, started 77 games, including the postseason, since being selected in the 6th round of the 2021 draft. That's really kind of all we've got right now as far as the tags are concerned. Man, it's going to be a painfully short episode.
What's really sad is tomorrow's episode isn't for the Ding 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 podcast. Oh man.
Yeah, I saw the turning heel tag that you put on there. And I got that reference, the whole John Cena thing.
Mm-hmm.
What is the you either die a hero or live long enough to become the villain?
What's sad is he's never been a heel.
Yeah.
He's talked, and I'll get into more on it tomorrow. But he's talked about turning heel. He's has a change of music and everything. I think this was planned because he was on Chris Vaughn. Let me bring it up. Unless one of our viewers that's watching will actually okay, they got the C version. No. This is like one of the main ones. And it's not even up on the thing, really? No, wait. No. This is the one that keeps on coming on, and he does all the their okay, Chris Van Velvet. They were talking it on that.
Yeah.
And what was he was saying, he already, it was supposed to happen like years ago, but they decided against it.
Yeah.
Because John Cena would have had to like trash all of his stuff. So what it ended up happening is kind of foreshadowing.
Yeah, okay. I can see that.
Yeah, because like, what a lot of people don't understand, most of this stuff is planned out like years in advance. There we go.
Oh, and the sexy is back, everybody.
Yeah, yes. But a lot of these storylines and everything are processed within a whole year. So, like right now, once they finish up like WrestleMania is kind of their end of the year type thing, which it's not going to be their end of the year because they keep on wrestling throughout the summer and into the spring, but it's like the beginning of summer tournament type thing.
Yeah, they're called seasons, David.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Anyways, what they do is as soon as WrestleMania stops, they go in and they start writing a whole new storyline, but they already got it prepared for the next big one, big wrestling event. So, I'm interested in seeing what next 2 months is going to be with that, which me and Trey will talk about more tomorrow.
Yeah. All right. So, Chris, what you have missed is we went over baseball, went over the weird sport of the week, dipped into football just a little bit. So the show is come to a screeching halt without you, and
which
it does that.
Yeah, which I'm actually gonna have to get off air right now, not because it's my shoulder is still killing me, and I work today, and it is throbbing really bad, so I have to put some heat on it.
Is it the only thing that's throbbing?
I gotta wish.
You wish.
Dude, it is searing pain.
Okay. I finally got my my shoulder injection today. My blood pressure has finally come down enough that we could do that. So
nice.
Was some good news.
But I will talk to you guys later, okay?
Okay.
I'll feel better.
Yeah. It's I gotta go. I gotta go to the doctor. I'm gonna schedule an appointment. And what's sad is the reason why my shoulder is hurting so bad is because I closed my car door. Not on the shoulder, just I closed the car door.
Yeah, it does that.
Congratulations. You've reached that point in your life where you can fucking sleep wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty much. All right. Love you guys. I'll talk to you later.
Later.
There he goes. Leia, love you, guy. All right. So, wait. Oh, all right. He's gone. We can have fun now.
Quick, you mind changing it to the long panels?
Oh, yeah, please. Thank you.
Oh,
that better?
God. Yeah. Oh, my God.
Like, hey, when he's here, he can do what he wants. This is my bitch right now.
Dude, because it zooms in on my face so much, and it's just like I can't. I have to be in like one. I can't,
right. So I bought a new Gundam kit this week.
Oh.
I have a problem. Yeah. So yeah. June or no, July. It's July. It's June or July. Anyway, this summer. The captain of the USS Enterprise, James Tiberius Kirk, played by none other than the GOAT, William Shatner, will be coming to Houston this summer to do a screening at the House of Blues of Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan. I immediately geeked out and I put my foot down. I told my wife, I will go to see him. So
I saw that. I was like, oh yeah, Johnny's gonna jump all over that.
I mean, I'm gonna have to like really get busy and finish that 18-inch Enterprise with the hopes of getting him to sign it, because if he does, and I get that sweet, sweet autograph with the boldly go on the saucer,
dude,
I'm building a plexiglass box, and that son of a bitch will be kept under a vacuum.
For sure. Hermetically sealed, never to feel the air again.
Which is apropos because, it is a starship and supposed to operate in a vacuum of space.
That is true. See, you're just staying true to realism there.
Yeah. So
That's how
Colin,
dedicated you are.
I'm gonna ask this question. Let me see something here. Hold on. Every swinging dick is in the house. In the house is on the Wi-Fi right now. It's good times. Oh my god.
Gotta love it.
I'm saying, dude.
So I'm sure once I get moved in, eventually sometime.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's going to be some issues. There's definitely going to be some growing pains as far as setup and all of that for sure.
Yeah. But let me see here. I can't find it now. Wait, hold on. He was announcing these dates here. Hold on. I know. I love how, like, on his Facebook page, he trolls the crap out of Star Wars fans. Like, he posted a picture that he had of him and Carrie Fisher together.
Yeah.
I was like, balls.
You know what? He gets a pass because he was also in what is the name of the damn movie?
Airplane?
No, it was the one where before
Range 15?
No, that too. It was the Star Wars movie. They were trying to get the friend that had cancer to go see episode 1 before it came out.
Oh, right.
It was going to come out after he was supposed to die.
Yeah.
I can't remember not super fan.
Anyway, tickets go on sale for this thing tomorrow. And
I have a feeling you better be, no pun intended, Johnny on the spot.
Oh, no. That's 100% accurate. Come on, really? Anyways, so my question to you, Colin, is if I can score tickets for this, would you like to go? I mean, not only is it single-handedly one of the greatest Star Trek movies ever, but you will be.
Was that the one I fell asleep during?
No.
Oh,
No.
Which one was that?
You fell asleep during the motion picture.
Was that when I was laying on the ground?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, but you're going to be in the same building, in the same room as William Shatner himself.
I had the chance to meet him beforehand. I just didn't.
See, this meeting William Shatner would be my equivalent of David meeting Stan Lee.
Fair.
A little too late, but yeah.
No, David did meet Stan Lee.
Oh, he did? Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyways, shut up. You ready? Oh,
What?
you're not? Oh, here you go.
Huh?
Rising from the smoke and haze of desolation comes a Spartan. He is bent on wronging that which has been set right. It's the greatest genetic code ever to exist here for your ears and eyes to feast upon. Spartan Colin, I hope you're bringing the smoke tonight. Someone get me a joke.
What's the difference between Iron Man and Iron Woman? One's a superhero and the other's a command.
Whoa. Damn. Bold right out the gate.
Wow. Okay. All right. Colin woke up, chose violence today. I can appreciate that.
What is
Absolutely.
What does Tony Hawk and Stephen Hawking have in common? They both love ramps.
Jesus Christ. Oh, man. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, that is hilarious. Okay. Keep going.
Jeez.
That's it.
That's
all I have.
That was it?
That was it.
Oh.
Short but sweet, but yeah. Solid outing.
Yeah, I mean, if there were Op4 involved, there would be a reset, a re-engagement happening right now. Oh my God.
We'd already be on the AAR portion of our program. That was fantastic. Yep.
Oh, I got nothing.
Slipping out through the fog of war, this Spartan continues the fight. Your souls have become collateral damage in the battle against the flood of moral supremacy. Leave your expectations at the door on your way out and marvel before the pillar of tactical prowess. Ladies and gentlemen, angry faithful of all ages, this has been Joke Time with Colin.
Well done, sir.
Very, very well done. Bravo to you. Absolutely bravo to you.
I've been playing Monster Hunter, so
How is that?
it is great. It
Yeah.
is definitely easier than the past ones, like a lot easier, but it's still great. I love the new combat features in it.
Interesting.
These new monsters are like insanely cool. So yeah, I already beat the low rank portion of the story, so I beat the fake final boss. So
The fake final boss?
So the way at least usually the way Monster Hunter games work is that you go through the game in low rank and you play through it, and then there's like the final boss. Not really the final boss, because then once you go through high rank, there's another final boss, and that's like the actual final boss of the game. Until
So
they
each skill level basically has its own final boss.
Kind of. So the way it is that each mission has their own rank, and through rank 1 through 8, it's low rank, and it's pretty easy, and then from there up is high rank. Until usually they introduce in DLC master rank, which is just go F yourself mode to players.
Yeah, no.
So I'm having a great time with it. It's fun.
I mean, as long as you're having fun with it.
Question. Are you having fun with it?
I don't know. That's a tough question.
Well, the important thing is if you're able to have fun with it, then you did good.
So on Saturday, I found myself driving through San Antonio, and I was like, because the initial plan was to take my in-laws to Papados for dinner.
Yeah.
And as time started, time to said meal started getting closer. We were actually closer to Kerrville, and was like, yeah, I just want to get home. Because my initial plan was to call you and be like, hey, no, it's last minute, but you want to meet. We can hang out for a little bit, break some bread, that kind of a situation.
Yeah.
But
that would have been nice.
It would have been. However,
But that's a hellacious. Did you do that all in one shot, or?
I did.
Dude.
Well, we stayed in Las Cruces Friday night at a really terrible Motel 6.
Still though, dude, that's like an 18-hour drive.
Yeah. But well,
good on you. I mean, that's an accomplishment. That ain't easy to do, man. Especially flying out there last minute like that and then jumping right into a car and going.
Yeah. And yes, Colin, I was playing Mario Odyssey because I bought that Switch Lite. And I've been obsessed, and that's all I've been doing.
Mario Odyssey is like one of the greatest Mario games.
Well, because starting school and buying a house, getting married, and everything like that, I really didn't have time to play Nintendo games.
Yeah.
But I bought this Switch Lite so I could have something to play on the plane. And
you were using electronic devices on the airplane?
I was.
Oh.
No.
See, and the guy, the guy, right? The guy that was sitting next to me, from Houston to Phoenix, he was like, "So, what do you think about all this news about planes having trouble?" I was like, "Well, the captain just said we're going to be flying at 34,000 feet, so I figure if something does happen, we're either going to be asleep because we're going to explosively decompress, or we're going to feel every bit of it on the way down. Either way, willing to bet that we're going to beat the response teams to the crash site by about 10 to 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Not much you're going to be able to do about it, too.
Right. He looked at me like, oh, my God, what did you just say? And then the stewardess, it was funny because the stewardess, she was like, were you in the Army? And I was like, yeah. How did you know that? She goes,
that
the
response.
the response and the walk. I was like, oh, were you in the Army or were you in the service? She goes, yeah, I just retired from the Army 20 years. I was like, oh, okay.
There you go.
She goes, I was like, thank you for your service. And she goes, I fucking hate that. I hate it when people do that. It's like
that is the honest answer that every veteran wants to say whenever they hear that. But most of the time they just play it off. But
okay,
so being able to say that to another soldier, 100% is the way it goes.
Right. It's so
that's refreshing to be able to say, God.
Right. So I used to get into so much trouble with my sister-in-law and my wife about this. Like people would be like, oh, thank you for your service. And I'm like, okay, yeah, yes. Like they're just trying to be grateful. I'm like, that's great.
And you can
be grateful by like not saying anything. Just give me
be grateful silently and over there.
Just put my 10% discount on the ticket and just like, but it's so
put the items in the bag, grocery boy.
Right. She was like, that was the most awesome response. Like,
yep.
And
it's fantastic.
This dude sitting next to me, he was talking about, he goes, well, what if Elon takes away your benefits? I'm like, he's not going to. They've already said that. And I'm sitting there going, I'm like, I know who you voted for.
Yep. Should have really blown his mind when they realized, because somebody did a report of the amount of air accidents up to this time for the previous administration, all 4 years. And so far this year, the amount of actual accidents has been cut by 2/3.
Mm-hmm. I did quote Superman, though. I told him, I said, statistically, it's still air travel is still the safest way to go.
That was in Dumb and Dumber, too.
So,
you're more likely to get involved in a fatal accident on the way to the airport.
Right. And so, And to be honest, I did have some concerns about it, because I'm like, normally I fly Southwest Airlines. And
Who'd you fly this time?
American.
And you survived?
Never.
You did not get your ass beat again at all?
I will never, ever fly American again. I used to love American Airlines, but now I'm just like,
the only reason I don't like Southwest is I don't like their seating arrangement. I don't like the way they do seating. Otherwise, I prefer Delta.
Well, for the same flight, for whatever reason, I couldn't get a Southwest flight to Phoenix, which I'm like, hello.
It's literally in the Southwest.
Yeah. But Delta for the same flight was going to run, so what was it? Somewhere in the neighborhood of like $50 to $60 more.
Yeah. Well, you realize that I used to not fly on my own dime.
True. That this is
that had a significant impact on my decisions.
Yeah. Yeah, I would hope so. But no.
Now that I got to be a little more discerning about it.
Yeah. And so
I will never stoop all the way down to flying Spirit or JetBlue, though. I just can't do it. I can't.
I would be afraid that the flight would be interrupted by some unnecessary Family Guy cutaway.
just hear geety from the cockpit of, oh no.
Like, I forgot something on the tarmac.
I'd be doing the whole Final Destination thing on that first movie. The kid was, we're all gonna die. The plane's gonna blow up.
Put me on the no-fly list. I don't care.
I'm telling you right now, that motherfucker is not real.
Right there. Oh, dude, have you seen her on Twitter? Like she's got her own account. Like she kind of came out of hiding.
Yeah, did she?
Yeah.
Didn't she go a porn star or something?
Dude,
like that?
No. I mean, although everybody kept looking for that link, and she's like, it's not there. Because there isn't one.
Yeah. Which, more's a pity, but
I mean, I keep waiting for the Hawk Tuah girl to finally come out with one. I mean, because I don't need to do that.
Well, considering she's gonna have some bills to pay after the whole fucking Hawk Tuah coin went fucking bust.
Well,
she's got some splaining to do.
She had an announcement.
Yeah.
On her show, she's like, well, I feel bad that everybody lost the way they did, but
bullshit. She rug pulled, and she knows she did.
My proceeds that I made from that, I'm going to donate to animal shelters. And people lost their collective minds.
Unbelievable.
They're like,
because she's not.
Well, they're like, oh, we gave our life savings, and well, first off, that's your bad,
right? What did we learn?
Like, we're listening, and trust me, we're judging.
We're judging the shit out of you.
I hate how that's what got famous. It's not even funny. The only thing that makes Hawk Tuah funny is the concept of the joke.
Well, then you
the
get
memes that came from it are what funny.
Yeah.
Herself, she's annoying.
Well, no, even the original meme, it's not even funny.
No, I'm not saying her. I'm saying what the memes that were bred because of that.
No, yeah, I've laughed at some of the memes that have come from it.
Yeah,
but it's like, I hate how out of everything, that's what got really famous, and people support her.
I'm telling you, we keep making the wrong fucking people famous.
Dude, it's just like how it's like you give serial killers like the coolest names.
Speaking of, did you see who dropped a TikTok the other day offering legal advice? Because she's like, I've been in the legal, I've been basically in the legal business since like 2011.
Casey Anthony?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I was like, why is her name coming up in the algorithm again?
Because she made a TikTok and she was like, I've been in, offering legal advice because I've been in the legal system since 2011. So, yeah, I can give you legal advice.
Like,
she is getting dragged for that.
Yeah.
It has been glorious.
I mean, it would be like getting marital relationship advice from Amy Fisher.
Driving lessons from O.J. Simpson.
I'm telling you, man, he should have had a V8 that morning.
That is a deep cut. Who in our audience knows that joke? There's a deep cut for you. That is, I'll tell you what.
And it's a great joke because it works on so many levels. It's awesome.
Right. I'm telling you, if you actually get that reference, yeah, you probably need to see the doctor for your knee issues. It's time for your prostate exam.
It's time for that preventative medicine thing going on right there. Oh,
your Centrum Silver is in the mail. I'm not saying you're already getting the AARP letters, but they're on the way.
At the very least, you're getting those Medicare scam calls.
That's right. Yep.
Golly. Yeah, but so, I know we would try. We're trying to drag this show out just a little bit. I think we successfully done it. So I'm going to segue. Speaking of V8s, NASCAR news.
There you go. There you go. Look at that. Almost like you're semi-professional at this.
rank amateur at best. Let me see here. All right. Well, there was. Yes, I agree to the cookies. Shut up. But I want the cookie.
I want cookies.
So NASCAR was in Texas this weekend, not at Texas Motor Speedway, but at the Circuit of the Americas in Austin. Why is it taking forever to load? Oh, wait, that's because my internet is
Thanks, Elon Musk.
Ass tonight. It's like waiting for these pages to load is like downloading old school porn back in the 90s.
You can each line of pixels.
Line after line after line.
Just as it's going to get to the good part, the line drops.
So, yeah, because somebody picked up the phone.
Every time. Right before you could even get to the nipple, that's gone.
Yeah, I mean, you got like you got the top part of the areola that is just loaded. Yeah.
And you can't even start yelling at anybody because then they'll know what you were doing. You just like, you can't. You just air punch them.
This proves, kids, that parents have been cock blocking and blue balling us for decades.
Mm-hmm. It just used to be a lot easier to do.
Yeah. Anyway, Christopher Bell won again this weekend. So that's 2 races in a row. William Byron finished second. Tyler Reddick finished third. Chase Elliott fourth. Kyle Busch fifth. Shane Van Gisbergen came home sixth. Chris Buescher seventh. Noah Gragson finished eighth. Alex Bowman ninth. And Todd Gilliland rounds out your top 10. Oh my God. Stop. Okay. Schedule. Thank you. That was the so hey, congratulations to C-Bell. You've already got 2 wins this year. Good job. But we're looking at next weekend at Phoenix, which oddly I got to see that raceway from the air as I was coming into Phoenix. It's a pretty cool looking track from the air. So the Shiners Children 500 in Avondale, Arizona, which is dubbed Phoenix Raceway. 312 laps, 312 miles. Why are they calling it the 500? Bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm going to need NASCAR to I'm going to need them to work on that. Like, seriously. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah. Anyways, that race will be on FS1, the Motor Racing Network, or on your SiriusXM channel 90 or SiriusXM app on your mobile devices or phones, or computers rather. Anyways, that will be next Sunday, this coming Sunday, March 9th. It's going to be a 2:30 Central Time start, more likely 1:30 Central Time or 1:30 Mountain Time start in Arizona. Or maybe sooner. I don't know. I'm not sure how to tell time in Arizona because they don't.
It's almost impossible.
They do their own thing all the time.
There's rumblings in the Texas legislature of us doing the same thing.
Yeah.
I don't know how much traction it's getting, but I keep seeing it pop up.
How nice would that be? Right?
I don't know if it would necessarily be like the same way that Arizona does it, but they're talking about just doing away with just sticking with either one or the other.
Right. And I don't know what I would prefer more. Would it be dark when I go home or dark when I get up?
Honestly, I think I'd rather have it dark when I go home.
I'd rather have it dark when I get up.
No, because then I won't get up. That's kind of my issue.
Yeah, I can see that. But
yeah, but then if it's dark when you get home, it's like you'll be so tired and it's gonna be so dark and it's gonna be all the bright lights of everybody's tail lights and it's like,
yeah. Video game news I do have. MLB The Show 25 comes out next week. Is it next week? Yeah,
I
next
believe
week.
So it's got some college ball in there too now.
High school ball too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you play like 3 games of high school ball, I think like 3 or 4 games of college ball, and then you can get drafted.
Okay.
But
they're extending, so it's not just that. What was it before, like the East, West, Central, or whatever?
Yeah, something like that.
Round robin to that.
Yeah. You create your character, what region you're coming from, and then you can go to the combine.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we couldn't bully Mojang to changing the designs of some of the stuff for the Minecraft movie. So
I still cannot believe
that movie.
They released they released the final trailer. Okay, I can live with the other stuff. Like I can live with it. These villager designs are so god awful. It's like I like to imagine that there's gonna be like a pixel of a frame of a villager in the movie theater, and as soon as everybody sees it, everybody's like collectively hurls in the movie theater.
I haven't even seen preview for it. As soon as it comes on, I skip it because I.
Also, why is like Jason
just saying that I could not care less doesn't adequately express my loathing for the fact that this thing even exists.
I feel like it shouldn't have been live action. If it was animated, all right, I'll watch it.
I mean, I would rather.
Maybe, but what are you going to do with it? Like,
I would have rather it had been like just an hour and a half or an hour and 45 long, minute feature length film of some YouTuber playing Minecraft.
Yeah.
I mean, at least at that point, that the age demographic you're shooting for is going to show up.
I feel like no, I feel like it has to be a really funny YouTuber then, not some like cringy like clickbait guy.
Markiplier.
Yeah, Markiplier or
Dude,
Germa.
Dude, no. If they made a Germa, okay, well, Germa has movies, but like, if there was a Germa Minecraft movie, take my money. I don't care, dude. Oh my god.
See, I have not seen a single Germa video. I just know that he exists because of the fact that that's all the boys talk about.
I've never even heard.
He's like one of the funniest people on earth, dude.
I've never heard of Germa.
Okay, so like, he collected enough money to hold a baseball game where one team was like a bunch of clowns, and he was umpiring it. He's from Boston. He was umpiring it, and one of the clown guys came up and like threw a pie at it, or like a cream, like a plate of like whipped cream on him, in his face. He's like, "Get him out of here!"
So clown cream pied the umpire.
Yes. Yeah.
Usually.
And then there was another time. There was another time where he built this giant dollhouse, like actual like life-size dollhouse, and had the chat determine what he did.
Okay.
This guy is, dude. It's not even like, there are some like big funny things, but there's also just like small snippet funny things. Like, it's so fun, dude. He's one of the funniest people on earth.
Okay. All right. See, Mojang needed to do that apparently, and yeah.
I would rather watch a feature-length movie of Escape from Tarkov, and it's just people killing their own teammates because they have no idea what the hell they're doing. That I would watch the shit out of.
All I can hear when you say that, all I can hear is, oh, I couldn't hear you over your incessant team killing, you fucktard.
Yes. Another deep cut. Deep killing fucktard. Oh,
Colin gets that because I found the first 2 seasons on DVD buried in one of my boxes.
Dude, I think they're on Amazon. Yeah. I think they're on like Amazon Prime.
And Rooster Teeth bought their brand back from Amazon.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, and they're talking about doing a restart.
Yes. Also, in the newest trailer for the Minecraft movie, I was really confused because they say the Nether is like the thing that's the problem, and they have Elytra in the trailer, and you have to go to the end. You have to go to the end, kill the Ender Dragon, then proceed to go to End City just to get the Elytra.
See, for me, Minecraft is like Grand Theft Auto. I've yet to actually complete I completed GTA 3, but past that, I have not completed a single GTA game because I get too distracted with creating chaos. That's just like in Minecraft on my survival mode. I have got this really amazing complex built. Looks great. But as far as advancing the storyline,
I wouldn't say
you do have to finish GTA 5 though. GTA 5 was a really fun campaign.
Okay, the campaign is good. I'm not gonna say it's great. It's good.
I'm not saying it's the best, but I thoroughly enjoyed it.
The GTA games to me are the most overrated, like one of the most overrated video games of all time. It's insane. Dude, if you had to play a GTA game, like before you die, just play Vice City. Or yeah, because it has Big Smoke in it. So
Vice
No,
City.
not
San
Vice City. What the?
Andreas.
Yeah, San Andreas. What am I talking about?
God, nobody knows what you're talking about.
Yeah, where did Vice? Okay, anyway, no, San
I
Andreas.
was gonna say Vice City, really?
Vice.
I mean, it was all right, but
Not Vice City. No, that
San
needs to be
Andreas.
that needs to be taken behind the shed and shot. No,
Hey, that had Burt Reynolds and Ray Liotta in it. You shut your poor mouth.
okay. No, San Andreas is the only half to not really GTA game you have to play. It has Big Smoke. What do you?
Eh.
Can I get a number 9 with a number 9 large?
Yeah, but he can't fucking shoot. All you had to do is follow the damn train, CJ.
Okay, it's
And don't even get me started on the remote controlled fucking helicopter mission. Fuck that mission.
Okay, it's still like
Period. Dude, that ruins the entire game for me. It honestly does. For me, that's my opinion.
So I've got my OG Xbox plugged into the bedroom TV back here. And I found a copy of Soul Calibur 2 and it is on the way.
Ooh.
Oh, really? Okay, so
dude, I need to give you. Did you ever play Sid Meier's Pirates?
No.
This makes me really mad.
Next time I see you, and I'm sorry, Colin. I have a copy of Sid Meier's Pirates for the original Xbox. I don't have an original Xbox. I will give you that copy.
Wait,
you need to play it because it is amazing.
Okay.
Oh wait, who's the? Hold on, I'm trying to remember.
In fact,
so for the GameCube, Soul Calibur 2.
Oh, I just want to rub my nuts on it.
I already have.
Okay. Well, we will make goulash together.
I was gonna say it comes
Soul Calibur 2. The GameCube version came. The extra character was Link.
Yeah, on the Xbox it's Spawn.
Yeah. For PlayStation, it's Kratos. But what it could have been, and they already had the character built. Everything was done. They just needed the green light. They came to Square Phoenix with a Cloud character, and they said no. And that could have been one of the coolest things. Instead of Kratos, now don't get me wrong, Kratos is cool, but come on, Cloud Strife in a fighting game. Come on.
Did you ever play the Punisher game where it was voiced by Thomas Jane?
No.
Briefly?
That was amazing as well. That was such a good game. It was pretty brutal for its time. That was you could do some shit. That was pretty good. I enjoyed the shit out of that one.
So I haven't been really caring about Mortal Kombat 1. Like when it first came out, it was pretty cool and fun. Kind of like dropped a lot. The T1000 though looks dope. Like it looked awesome. Like it's all goopy and it's pretty cool. One of its fatalities is it drives a truck at you, and you're like on the front part of the truck. He pushes the window out, hops out, and just starts shooting you with a gun.
Tell me it's that cab over.
It is.
Oh yes,
it is. It's the cab over. Now,
awesome.
You think that he looks cool in the game. Now, Colin, you should have seen the T1000 in its original Panavision glory on the big screen when it came out in the 90s. Yeah. That is single-handedly the biggest reason why T2 was such a successful movie.
That was
the
beyond groundbreaking when it came out.
The visual effects alone.
I like.
It was crazy as they still stand up today.
They do.
That's what's crazy.
I like how sometimes we forget that we did bully an animational studio into changing the design of a character.
For Sonic. We need to do it again with the Shrek 5.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. The animational quality is fine. It's the
character design and it's not like it's a drastic change. It's not massive.
Are we talking about Shrek's daughter, the one voiced by Zendaya?
But it just
all of them.
No, Shrek and Donkey themselves, like they just don't look right. It's not massively different, but they just don't look right. They don't look correct.
Also, I swear to God, if I hear Donkey or Shrek say the word Riz, I'm leaving the movie theater. I'm leaving. I'm getting.
Damn it! I didn't even think about that.
I'm going to get up from my seat. I'm going to walk out.
You know what? I support that. I
will walk out of the movie theater.
Yeah. You know what's funny, Chris, is that you and I are old enough to where we can give our kids grief by purposely misusing some of these modern terms.
Oh,
right?
I do constantly.
And, it's like
it's great.
Our youngest, Trace, he was sitting at the breakfast table this afternoon playing Minecraft, I think, and he was fishing, and then he pulled up a fishing pole that had Unbreaking 3 and then Curse of Vanishing on it. Right. And I was like, you'll never be able to use that. And he goes, why not? I said, as soon as you put it down, it's gone. He's like, oh, yeah. I was like, whoever created that fishing pole and put it down there had a lot of riz. And he's like, that's not what that means.
How does Trace know what that means?
I have no idea. Then Mindy goes, she goes, skibbity riz.
Oh my God. I would have dropped myself then.
It's giving cringe for me.
Yeah.
It's so funny because I've had to explain new gen terms to Jake.
But you don't quite fully understand though the amount of joy that we get as dads saying that, especially in public where other people can hear you. Oh, the amount of joy that we get out of that is absolutely indescribable.
It's so funny though, explaining this stuff to Jake when he's only 22.
See, Jake
creeps up on you, man. It does.
Jake, he rediscovered the joys of shopping in public with me. And so we were at Walmart, and Mindy calls me. She's like, "What are y'all doing?" I said, "Oh, well, we're fixing to check out and leave here." She goes, "Well, I'm going to the Hobby of Lobbies, right? Because that's what I call Hobby Lobby." And I was like, "Oh, we're gonna meet you. We'll meet you there because it's right next door." So we get there and we're walking through, and she's already in there, and I'm like, "Oh my God, we're never gonna find her." And so we find her, and we just start picking stuff up off the shelves, and wearing it throughout the store. And I mean, to the point where there was a woman who, I guess she works for one of the event committees for Surfside City down here. She invited Jake and I. She's like, "You guys need to walk in the parade." I was like, "Wait a minute, what kind of parade is it?" She goes, "It's like a Mardi Gras parade." And I was like,
Oh, yeah.
"It's like so,
Yeah, we
but
did.
it's not a happy, hey, we're proud kind of, parade." And she goes, "No. It's a Mardi Gras parade." I was like, "Oh, yeah,
Yeah, we
I
could do that.
totally be down with that." Yeah,
That's great.
I mean, we bought we bought we bought I pulled a package of clown noses off the shelf. I just tore the bag open. I was like, "We're paying for these." we put the noses on. I had these 2 like disco balls, and I hung them from my belt, and they were pink. I was like, "Look at my shiny pink balls."
My chocolate salty balls.
Stick them in your mouth and suck them. Yeah. That's good.
It's always funny crop dusting aisles in public. It's
you got to time it. You got to time it right though, because you got to find a way to make yourself not the prime suspect.
Like the paramount way to do that effectively, to get the biggest bang for your buck, so to speak, is you wait for an elderly woman to enter the aisle on the opposite side. You drop ass, and you let it ferment, and you spread it. You walk during that 10-second countdown.
Mm-hmm.
She drives into it, and then there's younger people entering from the opposite end, and they cross paths, and they have to walk through that cloud.
And they never look at you.
They never look at you. They look at the old woman.
It's funny. Yeah. It was funny because me and Mom were at Academy like a few weeks ago, and like I was loaded. I was just like I was gassed up, and she just kept getting on to me every time I did it too.
Well,
like they were bad too.
And I have to apologize, Colin, because your mom had to put up with me doing that.
No, yeah, she did bring up that.
To the point where she refused to go out into public with me because she knew that I was going to do that. And it wasn't one of these like, "Oh, that's just a little stinky." No, it's the type that, yeah, I mean, it's the persistent agent. I mean,
it's like it somehow feels oily.
And it burns. It feels like you've got...
It burns like you've been CS gassed.
It feels like you're being chased by a band of midgets with tiki torches and a mariachi band playing Johnny Cash's Ring of Fire.
Yeah.
So and the viewers that have just joined us, you picked one hell of a time to drop in.
Welcome aboard.
So, hi, we're here.
We preemptively apologize.
I guess at this point, post definitely. So,
right.
Yeah, but no. So I want to apologize to you, Colin, for
no, I get a laugh out of it every time.
Well, I enabled your mother with a certain degree of intolerance. Disdain and intolerance. Yeah, absolutely. So it's good times, though. Yeah, it really is.
It's always funny because it's like when they're so vile, it's just like when they're so bad that you go, whew.
It's like when it comes out hot and you can feel it. It's like it's
and you can't help but laugh, right?
I mean, warm.
Oh yeah, dude. I was there. I was cracking up.
And you're trying to hold it in because you're trying not to be too obvious about it, and you just start doing that little
Randy Marsh. Hot. Yeah, like shake the leg out a little bit because
Yes.
make sure
Yes,
it's
like
all
you
the way
grab
out.
you grab your belt loops behind you.
You gotta
And-
fluff it, make sure
Yeah.
it all goes away.
Jiggle it. What are you doing? I'm fixing my gig line.
Oh,
I have never like, you know, I said that I uttered the phrase gig line in front of a bunch of vets the other day, and instinctively every single one of us looked. We all looked. We looked at each other like,
I'm wearing a t-shirt.
like
I don't even have a gig line, damn it.
one dude was in his gym clothes. He was like, he's like,
That's even better.
he's like, the actual fuck.
Oh man.
You try to explain gig
Hey,
line.
I
I
bet he fixed his shit anyways, didn't he?
He did. He's like, where he ties it.
There's still a seam.
He moved it over. He's like,
great.
and he looks up at me like, I fucking hate you.
Oh, that's great. Oh, speaking of, did you see Benning got changed back? It is now Fort Benning again.
You know, I was okay with it being Fort Moore.
Me too, but still, man, it was Fort Benning for 107 years.
Yeah, I mean, I was always proud to be a graduate of the Fort Benning home, U.S. Army, or home for what was it?
Boys.
Yeah, the Fort Benning U.S. Army home for wayward boys. Yeah, i.e. infantry school.
Sand Hill.
Yeah. Oh, dude, hilarious. Went on a plant tour a couple of weeks ago. It's one of the processing plants over here in the chocolate, or down the road, Chocolate Bayou area, Alvin, Texas.
Yeah.
And one guy was talking to me. He's like, his military career, blah blah blah. And I was like, yeah, what branch were you? And he goes, oh, Army. I was like, yeah. What's your MOS? And he does this. He goes, and I was like, what was your MOS? He goes, you were infantry, weren't you? I was like, yeah. He goes, I figured when you asked me my MOS. I was like, what was your MOS? And he told me like 31 Yankee or something like that. And I was like, oh, okay. Pogue.
He's like, I accept that. Because that's true. We're the only ones that ask at the actual MOS.
Oh, it's hilarious. One of my classes, there's a guy, he was in the Marines. He was like, yeah, I was in the Marine Corps. I was like, yeah. What was your MOS? He goes, okay, Army. But yeah, 0311. I was like, okay, we can be friends. We can be friends, you know. And he goes, why is it that we when we ask each other what our jobs were, what our ratings were, like everybody knows 0311 or 11 series in the Army. I was like, it's because we're not right. It's like, I mean,
we're all trauma bonded, even across different services. We were trauma bonded.
Yeah, I mean, but I keep seeing like this meme from like Dodgeball, you know, when Ben Stiller's like, here at Globo Gym, we're better and we know it, right?
We know it.
I was like, here in the infantry, we know we're better than everybody else, and we're okay with it.
Mm-hmm. Just saying, it's not our fault,
right? You know, and it's like somebody was talking to me at school about Pete Hegseth, and I was like, yeah, we got a good old Screaming Eagle as a SecDef. And they're like, what? I was like, okay, now let me preface this. Yes, he was in the 101st, and I'm proud of that. But he was a Rakkasan, so it almost doesn't count. And they're like, what? I was like,
he's like the Coke Zero of 101st.
No. So you've got the other units, the other brigades in the division. They're all standing around having a civilized conversation and then you got the kids with the helmets and the sneeze guards, right? Rocky's on. You know, it's like that's there why
They
we
got the
can't
wooden
have.
spoons beating on their heads.
Yeah.
That guy's on.
Yeah, they're the reason why we can't have nice things. Yeah, it's like the one day that we had Tansy on the show.
Yeah.
And I was giving him so much grief about being a Rakkasan. I personally think that's why he hasn't been back on the show.
That's probably a good reason.
But, so, David, I apologize. It's probably my fault. And well, I mean, if I'm being honest, I don't care.
That's fair. I accept that.
But man, almost an hour and a half.
Yeah, you wanted it padded, we padded it.
Yeah.
Get out of it.
I mean, leave it to a couple of grunts to absolutely. I mean, what were you guys talking about? Barracks maintenance. What? Barracks maintenance. What do you mean?
Sergeant son.
Yeah. It's like hip pocket training. Yeah.
Oh my God, yes! Hip pocket training.
What do you mean? What do you mean hip pocket training? Tactical, mount training, virtual mount training. What? GoldenEye 007.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
small unit tactics.
Small. I mean, individual movement under direct fire, even. So.
Yeah. We even did a little bit of unarmed combat.
Yes.
Little slappers only.
Slappers only. Yeah. But well, ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, angry faithful of all ages. What say you? I say we land this plane safely, and not in a DEI manner.
Wheels down, unlike that one Delta flight in Canada.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to bounce it. We're going to bring you in nice and gentle, because you have to go easy sometimes. You know,
dare I say, almost loverly like.
I would say very Corey Chase-esque.
Oh, speaking one quick before we leave, that reminds me. Did you see that video of the guy in England? I don't remember if he was one of the members of parliament or what, but they were talking about the need to do away with choke porn because it promotes violence against women.
I got a question for our English listeners.
The fuck is wrong with you?
No, I was kind of pausing because of that sound. Was that you?
That was me.
Oh, okay. Wait till the Patreon feed kicks in before you start doing that, Chris. Anyway, how does it feel to know that roughly about 300 years or so, I would even say 251 years ago, you were this great empire. The sun never set on the British Empire. Now you could be arrested for having bad thoughts?
Yeah, they're kicking down your doors to put you in jail for something you put on the internet. Because you called somebody a no name.
I've got relatives, distant relatives, but relatives nonetheless, that live in the UK. I legitimately want to ask them these questions.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean,
yep.
Everybody I got asked a couple of weeks ago, and I'm not kidding you, by a person with pink hair at school going, well, what do you think about this news about King Charles? And I was like, I stopped. It's like
about the time that we threw the tea in the harbor, I stopped.
I literally have 1,776 reasons to not give a shit about the royal family.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to talk about just beside themselves, like, oh my God,
It's like you insulted her mother.
Maybe. I don't care. I mean, the only royal that I might remotely give a crap about is Kate Middleton, and that's because that poor girl just got, I mean, she got cancer. It's not cool to make fun of people with cancer. I mean,
it may not be cool, but it's occasionally hilarious.
It is occasionally hilarious, but more times than not, it makes you want to pull your hair out. Chemo. Oh, sorry. That's bad.
That's awesome.
That's bad.
Hey, it gave one more person. That's fantastic.
What kind of time?
Oh man,
what kind of fuckery did I stumble on? I tune in and I hear cancer jokes about chemo and hair and like, oh my God.
That's awesome. Yep.
Well, for those of you just joining us and keeping score at home, feel free to email tag the prime or the police chief of the Metropolitan Police Department in London, England. I'll fight extradition.
I will pack my bags and be ready as soon as he knocks on the door.
I would. I want to see the number of heads that explode, right? Because you know that there are Americans that are in the line of succession, right?
Right. Yes.
Because of genetic ties to the royal family.
Mm-hmm.
Like my family is in that line.
I mean, I'm 52% English. There's a decent chance that I could be in there somewhere.
Right. So, but just say that the entire bloodline gets wiped out down to you. And they need somebody to reassume the monarchy.
Oh, yes. Oh,
picture this, right? The starred spank, the stars and stripes Ranger panties, right?
Yeah. Or those pajama pants like from Napoleon Dynamite.
No.
I would also wear those.
No. It's got to be Ranger panties, right? Ranger panties, wearing the crown jewels, smoking a cigar on the balcony of Buckingham Palace.
Texas flag cowboy boots.
Yes. Made by Nakona boots, right?
Yep.
George Strait singing the national anthem while I've got every award-winning pitmaster from Texas down in the courtyard with those big 55-gallon oil drum smokers.
Yes.
And I declare every Friday in the kingdom to be Brisket Friday.
Yes, and I would outlaw tuna and beans on potatoes. We're gonna have fucking baked potatoes. It's gonna be fucking chili and cheese, or we're gonna be doing brisket.
And we'll have Taco Tuesday.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Right? We'll have
and we're talking tacos. We're talking cebolla y cilantro tacos.
Yeah. Right. Wednesdays. Let's see. Wednesdays would be Frito chili pie night.
Oh, there you go.
Right.
Thursdays we'll do chicken fried steak.
Yeah. But the breading has got to be a certain way. Right.
True.
It's got to be my mom's breading because that shit is fire, dude. Right. And and we've got to make gravy for the potatoes and out of the drippings that you cook the steak in.
Yes, and every morning biscuits and gravy.
But what type of biscuits and gravy though? Because there have been small skirmishes fought here in America over the type of biscuits and gravy.
Sausage gravy, dude.
Okay. All right.
It's got to have the chunks of it's got to
butter,
be
milk,
it's got to be peppered. It's got to be peppered gravy with the chunks of sausage in there.
Right.
With fluffy buttermilk biscuits.
Yeah.
The cast iron buttermilk biscuits.
I mean, but can you imagine George Strait playing the national anthem, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And just for shits and grins, right? Monday mornings to start the work week off, I would have somebody with an electric guitar just ripping out Star Spangled Banner on a loudspeaker.
Respect the classics, man.
it would drown out the call to prayer.
Yes. Yes. I'd be putting speakers I would probably bankrupt the country putting speakers everywhere so the entire country.
All you've got to do is
be able to hear it.
Put a speaker above every light, above every camera set up on the light poles.
That's true. That is true. Hell, they'd probably save money doing it that way because the infrastructure's already in place. You just run the speaker through it. There you go.
There you go. I mean,
see, you're saving us money already, Johnny. That's what I'm talking about, man. That is a leader right there.
Yeah. Of course. I would be like, you know what? Where a lot of this land, you're going to become cattle ranchers.
Yeah, there's not enough beef.
Yeah.
What about mad cow disease? What about? Shut up. No.
How about?
We're going to bring a few Texans over, show you how to do this shit right.
Yeah. And who knows? Who knows? Taylor Sheridan may even create a new series based off of this scenario.
Another Yellowstone spinoff. We need 4 or 5 more of those.
It'd be and there's built-in sponsorship with the title. The Jolly Good Ranchers.
We need to have Jeremy Clarkson in there somehow.
Yes.
He
at his own farm.
He is going to be the Secretary of Agriculture right there. Right there. Boom. Done. I'm making an executive decision right now. He is the new Secretary or Minister of Agriculture, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Right. Yeah. Well, and the House of Commons, we would just convert that joint into a bar.
Yeah. Still called House of Commons.
Yeah.
And all of the arguing inside would be the same.
But we wouldn't tell the Commons. We wouldn't tell the lords and whatever. Wouldn't tell them at all.
And all the bartenders have to wear the wigs too.
They would show up for work one day and they'd be like, "Well, fuck all is this?"
What's all this in?
You get
come here, Tommy. Have a seat there. I'll get you a beer.
You get some bouncer wearing a cowboy hat going, "You don't quit fucking bitching. I'm gonna put you out on your ass."
I done told you once. You better sit your ass down there, old son.
Take that stupid fucking necktie off.
What's wrong with your teeth?
Like,
thought you fuckers had health care over here. What the fuck?
We're like, what's wrong with your teeth? Meth.
We gonna straighten them out real quick.
You're gonna learn something today, boy.
I'm gonna learn you real good. What's the matter with you? Don't you speak English?
Some fat Ned Beatty looking dude comes in there and be like, "I demand to see the manager." You look pretty, boy. Squeal.
Sure got a pretty mile. You'll squeal.
For those of you who don't get that reference, let me tell you something, and I will testify this in court. Ned Beatty had the hardest part in the movie Deliverance.
God damn it. God damn it.
I just completely disarmed you, didn't I?
You did. It's like there were so many jokes that tried to go through all at once. They all got stuck.
Well, I mean, that big pasty white ass is just kind of sitting there. And playing in the background, there's got to be at least a new national law. Every bar has to have one TV playing on a loop the original Roadhouse.
Yes.
Yeah.
Roadhouse. I thought you'd be taller. You play pretty good for a blind man.
Did you see the video of the Kelsey brothers doing their New Heights podcast? They had Bill Murray on there. Well, Jason Kelsey was asking Bill Murray, he goes, there's a rumor, there's an urban legend going around that the husband of the leading actress in that movie, like you would call him at 2 or 3 in the morning because, the sex scenes that she would have with Patrick Swayze. He goes, it was the hardest thing as a friend that I've ever had to do. Right? It's like you just call him up and just, I am so sorry, but you might want to turn it on TBS right now. So Patrick Swayze's just railing your wife against the wall, and I'm so sorry. Like, Jason Kelsey's over there losing his shit.
Oh God, I couldn't even.
I mean, and Bill Murray was just doing this all with a straight face.
Fucking Bill fucking Murray. I'm sorry, I know it's not your middle name.
Yeah.
I could absolutely see him doing that though. That's the mark of a true friend.
Yeah. Like that damn dirty Patrick Swayze.
Motherfucker.
But you might want to turn on TBS, yeah. But
he outlived him.
He did. I think Bill Murray's going to outlive a lot of people.
Surprisingly.
But yeah, I mean, the Queen of England outlived Betty White, which I never saw happening.
Keith Richards has outlived everybody, which I did.
Keith Richards is going to outlive the cockroaches.
I think so. It's like I've said before. God said, "Let there be light," and Keith Richards was there to flip the switch.
Keith Richards scattered whenever the light came on.
He ran under the cupboard.
He did.
Cold blimey.
It's bright as old fuck all in here.
Damn it.
Boy, God.
Oh my God.
What the fuck, mate?
Hi.
Well, you say you do me a favor and put me to sleep for a couple of 1,000 years.
All 6s and 7s in yet.
I'm not sure I'm down with this daylight shit.
Oh man,
our viewership has exploded.
I'm sorry.
Started out with the Americans taking over Buckingham Palace. Now we're to Keith Richards. It's like one big circle of life.
It is. It's funny how that works. Weren't we going to land the plane like 20 minutes ago?
We were. Like, this is the. I mean, you figure 200.
This is the natural flow of our shows all the time.
You would figure 202 episodes into this shindig, it's like we would have some kind of like idea about pacing and I don't know, time discipline. No.
Yeah. No. We're all just we are the 5-year-olds that got into the Jolt Cola and Snickers bars and just went to town.
And
now we're unsupervised.
We're snorting Pixie Sticks and washing it down with Jolt Cola.
There you go. In the back of the bus.
Yeah. Like, oh my God. Oh, yeah. Ooh, good times. Well, I guess that's as good of an opportunity to finally just say, we're going to call it a night.
There we go.
So to the tens of people that have decided to tune in this evening, we appreciate you. But
as always, like, share, comment.
Yeah, like, share, comment. Give us a 5-star review. Even if you don't think that we're worth a 5-star review, give us a 5-star review anyway, or we will sick Daddy Elon on you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You also will get an email asking for 5 bullet points of what you did this week.
Yes. Maybe we should do that to David.
And then you can, and then you too can go on CNN and MSNBC and cry and whine about having to fill out a 6-second email.
You know what we should do? We should do a parody show of The View and call it The Back Door.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. And we all have to wear whoopee wigs.
I don't want to shave my eyebrows, though.
I'll wear the Joey Behar wig. I need to.
With the eyebrows gone, we wouldn't be able to tell if we're happy or sad.
It's Whoopi Goldberg. She's always miserable.
Yeah.
It's default setting. Oh man. Anyways.
All right. Well,
we mean it this time.
Yes, we mean it. Yeah. No more Southern goodbyes on this show. God. Oh, but there's just one more thing. Shut up. It's like you know, like it's like you're in formation. It's like, oh yeah, does anybody have any questions? Sir, shut the fuck up, Carl.
Yeah, just a caveat off of what the first sergeant said.
Yeah.
Damn it!
Oh,
release me.
Let my people go.
Oh man.
It's like, and then Moses stepped to the edge of the Donza Sea and proclaimed Zonk. You imagine being a fish in the Red Sea trying to get to work that morning?
You're like, you were an hour late today. You're not going to believe what happened.
You're never going to believe what I saw.
Like, bullshit, Carl. It's the last straw. You said that last week, too.
Yeah, but
like, no, really, it happened this time.
There was a big tornado of fire, man.
I'm telling you.
He's Harry, too.
And then the water's closed. This dude, the chariot was right there. It was weird, man. I'm telling you.
Like, the green light came on. They were in the intersection. we had to go, man.
What do you want me to do? Like when the train stops in front of you and then starts to go backwards. It's like, what the fuck?
Or no, when the arms come down and the train starts to slow. And you're like,
no,
and you're the first car in line, like the crossing arm. Yeah, you're committed. I mean, you can't back out because people behind you are not backing out, and you're like,
and it's got like it's got a divider. You can't go and just do a flip a bitch and turn around. You're committed.
And the train starts to slow down to the point where you can read the serial numbers on the wheels.
Oh God.
Hey, you know, speaking of trains, how about planes? Remember we were gonna land a plane?
Oh, damn,
sir! Look at you over here.
I mean, God,
just let this be fun for me.
Oh my God. Fine, God.
What, are we past your bedtime? What's going on here?
No,
You're right though. We did say we're gonna land like
we did.
Yeah,
we said no more Southern goodbyes. And then
Colin, we're sorry.
We did.
We're sorry for yelling.
We're very sorry.
Sorry for yelling.
I'm sorry.
Okay, well, that being said, I am Johnny Skelton.
I am Chris Mountain Man Jacka.
I'm Colin Skelton.
And you have become privy. You've become indentured. And for those of you who joined late, this is your own damn fault. But you have been you've been exposed to Nerd Sports episode 202. And in the immortal words of the late lesbian pirate bearded clam, everybody with me together now, scissor me timbers. Arr. Squirt